forever be in hell. It's just, I freak out if you mispronounce something in front of me. It's just force of habit.
I noticed the differences between the conversations that me and you have and the conversations between me and Enoch. Because me and Enoch, okay, well, I had this conversation about different ways of perceiving things, and with my, so like, I have a lot of influence on my teachers. Where the heck is this? Did you jump over? Yeah, here it is. I have a lot of influence on my teachers because, like, my teachers are fairly young. I can relate to all of them.
Your teachers are fairly young?
Oh yeah, they're like 25.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I imagine you
So,
can relate to them quite well, since you know you're 23.
I don't necessarily talk to them like teachers. I talk to them like my friends. So like, I know stuff that they don't know, and they know stuff about that I
But
don't
for
know.
me, it's like
So
I'm constantly teaching my teachers, so it's really annoying for me to be in school.
Well, we were having this conversation on different ways of thinking about things, and I had came up with two different terms of micro thinking and macro thinking. Micro thinking being that you're able to analyze, but you're looking at a certain thing. You're not thinking about the whole broad picture of the possibility. Oh, nice stick. You're not thinking the whole possibility, but when you're a macro thinking, you're looking at the big picture, so you can come up with explanations for things. But when you're a micro thinker, you look at a particular thing and you think of a logical explanation for it, but at the same time you're not looking at all the other possibilities that could potentially prove that logical thought wrong. So you are most definitely a macro thinker because you're able to you just look at a big picture. You understand, because like I can analyze. I'm a micro thinking. I analyze, and like I analyze my thoughts, and like I think of one possibility and my thoughts. It's hard to explain. Okay, we had like this deep conversation about it, but Enoch is the same way. So we both think of a single idea, and we are stuck to that idea. So like our conversations become totally different than what me and you have. Because I feel like when me and you talk, I don't get what you're saying, but I can. But
Wait,
I can.
what? You don't understand what I'm saying when we talk?
I'm understanding what you're saying, but like, okay, I think a different way. So I would think, what is this guy? You die? Oh, this guy. I don't know. You'd have to be.
You're understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, but due to the fact that I already have a preconceived notation about that particular subject that we're talking about, that I instantly think that you're wrong. I don't consider the other possibilities. But I was trying to fix that, because being having a micro thought process isn't always bad, but at the same time it can be bad because you're never willing to admit that your idea, no matter how logical it is, it could be wrong because you didn't accept the other possibilities of, you know, it's like a philosopher, okay? A philosopher back whenever.
You just made me waste a rocket, you piece of crap.
Huh?
You just made me waste a rocket.
Oh. Well, a philosopher back, like, ancient Greek, dang, I missed. Back in ancient Greek times, like, they didn't go off of scientific evidence that proved their theories. They used logic to come up with everything. So that's why some of their ideas that they came up with seem kind of off the wall. As an example, do you know who Aristotle is?
Yes, everyone knows who Aristotle is. Well, everyone that doesn't live in Sneeds knows who Aristotle is.
He had a theory about gravity before, what's his face? Was it Newton that came up with the gravity law or whatever? His theory was that there's this proper place that all things go to its proper place. So a gas's proper place would be up in the sky, so that's why it goes up to the sky. A heavy thing like a brick, that proper place is ground, so therefore it strives to go towards the ground all the time. So that's why things go to where they are.
Well,
But
technically,
the way that
colder gases fall. Technically, colder gases fall, and then the hotter gases rise. Not what you were thinking. Okay, that didn't hit.
Well, the point I was getting to, that a philosopher was a micro thinker. He came up with an idea based solely off of logic, and that's what I do. I apply no scientific evidence to it, and Enoch's the same way. That's why our conversations are so different, because we come up with something so plain, and you have to like go into depth with it every time. Ooh,
You just shot him through the wall. I saw that. You just shot him straight through the wall. That was so dumb. Like, I see the bullet hole right here. You shot him straight through the wall somehow.
Yeah, you know, there's the wall factor in this game, right? You can actually shoot through walls.
Yeah, but that's if you're using frickin' oh, screw you.
No,
Kill him.
Die.
Wait, how does it only...
I nailed him right in the face. What?
It only did frickin' not even 122. It's like...
It's coming back for more. Get wrecked. Alright. So yeah. I don't know. You would have to be in the room for that conversation. It was a good conversation.
I overthink things a lot.
Okay, for overthinking, we were going over like certain statements about like things people think are paradoxes, but they're not really paradoxes. Like, okay, you know the statement that says the statement below is true, and then the bottom statement says the statement above is false?
Yes.
Have you ever seen that? Alright, how do you perceive that? Do you understand that? Can you grasp that in your mind?
I always found that statement to be difficult to grasp, but I see
Yeah,
where you're going at.
that's because you overthink it. That's because you're a macro thinker. You're looking too broadly. So that's the situation when somebody's got tether.
How?
Awesome.
I shot him with my freaking hand cannon, but it didn't register. I threw my grenade at him, didn't register. Then I shot him again when he was shooting his tether, didn't register.
So
there's just a lot of things not registering. Oh my god!
Yeah,
no! Really?
We completely tore that statement apart, like literally.
No, I just found a lot of...
I was able to do that.
I just found a lot of simple, really, really, really simple statements to just be super hard to understand. Like, they're the simplest things on the planet, but I find them so hard to understand.
That's like, because you're looking at too broad of a picture of it, that's why.
Like, when someone says the sky is blue, I always want to say, well, technically it's only blue because of, you know, the angle where the sun's at, but I keep going into way too much detail. But it's just, everyone hates me at my school because I always, because it's just I'm the smart kid and people hate me for being the smart kid because, like, I don't mean to put myself above them when by telling them the correct thing, not the way that they think.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with telling something that's correct. I mean, to be honest, every single person desires to be correct. It's just something, but every person desires to be correct in a different way. So your desire to be correct is that you just don't want people to have the wrong conceived idea of something, so you would go and correct them. Like, nope, this is how it is. Now, for me, when
hold up.